So I get this question from parents often. What makes Gymjam different to all the other activities out there? And believe me, there are many activities at preschools and primary schools that the children can sign up for, and they are all good activities. But parents these days are overwhelmed by all the pamphlets that come home, and the children just want to do everything. They don't want to pick and choose, they want to do everything, and that is not always possible in terms of finances, in terms of time. So how do you choose what activity your child must do? And that is ultimately up to you as a parent. But I want to tell you today what makes Gymjam different. And that is not so much what we do, but why we do what we do. And that is very important, because if somebody has a passion for something, then they really are successful in that. And that is where my heart lies. So I want to tell you a bit more about my story. So I started gymnastics at a very young age, at the age of 2.5, and I really did gymnastics throughout my school career, and it really made such a big impact in my life, so much so that it has become part of my career today. So, and it's not just about the physical benefit. Yes, definitely. I mean, gymnastics helped me in all other sports. I had so much agility, I had strength, I had flexibility, so I was good at most other sports. But not only the physical, that was just one of the aspects of why gymnastics changed and really impacted my life. But it really taught me life skills. So I really built self-confidence through gymnastics, because it's an individual sport. It really pushes you to go out there, be yourself, and to try new things, and learn that you can actually do more than what you think you can. So it really helped me to build self-confidence, trust in myself. It helped me to work hard, to know that if I work hard, I will achieve success. And that has really become part of who I am today. So I believe that every child should, at a stage in their life, even if it's only when they are very young, be introduced to gymnastics. So to just follow up on my story, so I started coaching gymnastics when I was a student, and I followed the sensible career path after I studied to go into a corporate job. And I still coach gymnastics after hours. And I started seeing that there are lots of children that start gymnastics at the age of 10, 11, 12. And there's nothing wrong with that. We encourage participation at any age of life or stage of life. But I really saw a lot of children have potential that was dormant because they only started it later in life. And as we all know, the early stages of life between the ages of 2 and 6 is really, really important for development, emotional, physical, and social skills. So if you can develop skills at that age, it will really carry you through life. So I started playing around with the idea or the thought of, how can I get gymnastics to more children? How can we expose this thing to more children? Because I wanted children to experience the same benefit from it that I did, because I know how much it impacted my own life. And even though you don't have to become an Olympic gymnast, it's just about doing it so it can teach you the life skills that it taught me. And basically that is where Gymjam was born. So our program, yes, it focuses on foundation gymnastics, and yes, we do want to introduce the children to it, and we also want to identify talent. So when we go to schools to do Gymjam, I often scout and I see if a child really has talent to become a good gymnast, then I would definitely encourage the parents to let them continue with it as a sport. But that is not the most important goal. The most important goal for us at Gymjam is to help the child become the best version of themselves. And like I said, really to develop self-confidence, self-control, and teach them how to work hard and social skills. There's so many other life skills that the children learn at Gymjam, and it's all while they are having fun. They don't even know they are learning these skills. So and we have had so many parents come to us, and most of them, the biggest thing that they see a change in their child's life is self-confidence. Parents come to me and they say, wow, my child's self-confidence has grown so much since she or he has been doing Gymjam. And that is what it's all about. It's really about growing and developing your child as a whole. And it's a tool and an aid for them to develop. Yes, they will learn these skills at school and at home as well. But the more they are exposed to an activity that builds those life skills, the better. So I hope that is enough to encourage you to enroll your child with us at Gymjam. And like I said, it's more about why we do Gymjam than what we do at Gymjam.